Hello, I'm back and I made a better structure here. Got some new another chair to hold my phone. Already try to put the phone in the same position of the camera. It was. No, I don't know why it's not anymore, I think. Okay. So guys, I really want to test this this chat, not chat. Test this chat, see if it's working good for you guys. So if you are watching this on Patreon, make sure, like when you go in the video, there's a YouTube icon on the bottom. If you click on this icon, you're gonna go watch the video straight on YouTube, and this is where you can actually talk to me on the chat, because if you talk on Patreon, I don't receive this here, because right now I have my YouTube on, and I'm doing live on YouTube. Patreon doesn't have a platform that goes live. They use YouTube. It's a partnership. So you really have to click on the YouTube link to go there to watch the video straight on YouTube. Then you can chat with me on YouTube, okay? So all I do is put the link on the Patreon. So you guys are the only one that received this link. It's unlisted on YouTube. Just who is following my Patreon can see it. But you can still watch straight from YouTube, not on Patreon. And then that's the only way to really talk to me here. All right, so I'm going to record a little bit of this part. There's only one person here that I don't know who it is. Hello, one person. If you want to talk to me, just go on YouTube and talk to me on the chat. So it's okay for me to record and spend some time, because no one really knew that I was coming back for sure. So I'll give people time to see that I am here and join me. So I'm just going to record. And right now all I'm going to do is really, I'm going to start paying attention on the details on her face, and add and remove and add and remove. And this is like a lot of patience and timing, time consuming observation, and searching for details, searching to be able to see what's wrong, where can be better, where can I change. And it's just like sometimes the smallest thing make a big difference. So we really have to have a lot of patience and observe a lot her face, her pictures, and look in different positions to see. So you get your piece, you do this to observe if here it's looking like, if it's not, then you look at here and all the positions possible to make a change. Okay? Let me just stop recording this. I think this is enough. Hopefully it's in a good focus. I'll just try again, because if I miss the focus in one, I can at least have more footage. Okay. I should try to go, let me just do one footage higher here without her in the back, because I don't know if they want to have her picture in the back for this footage. Try to go closer here, just 1 second, guys, because my camera doesn't really record from too close, but I can try to make a footage here. It's really fast, it's just to show where I'm at. Okay, that's enough. So again, if you didn't watch class part 1, I am also, we're gonna have a documentary about this doll. I mean, not about this doll, about the project against domestic violence. So that's why I have to do some footage for them during the process, and it needs to be with a good camera. I can't record with cell phone, so sometimes I'm gonna have to excuse me and do that. So what I realize here is that her chin is it's a little bit more to the front here. Little, this is the little tip here. How this is not going in the same direction. It goes down here, so don't not considering that there's a hole in here, but there's a little bit of more volume here. Not that much, but like something like that, if you can see. So I'm gonna put a little bit of, I'm gonna put this volume. So now all you have to do is observe the volumes, observe everything, measure again, change the position of your sculpture as many times as you need to try to find her features and her face. And this is practice. If don't try to compete with anyone. That is a very good thing to do. If you see an artist and you really think that this artist is amazing, or a colleague or somebody, and you think like, oh, he's better than me, I'm never going to be able to do that, and if you use somebody else as a comparison, this is going to get you frustrated. So don't do that. Don't compare yourself to anyone but yourself. So take a look at your last work and take a look at your newest work, and then see, did you evolve? Did you do a better job? Did you learn? And if you did, be happy and enjoy your phase, because you will slowly get better, and this is what matters. It doesn't matter if you're better than this or that, because everybody's different and level of experience. Some people have more facility to observe and see details that other people take longer to realize, but that doesn't mean that you can't. It means that it's just you will at some point. So have a little bit of patience and keep going. So as you guys can see, I'm looking to this picture now. I mean, you guys couldn't see because I wasn't really recording. And trying to get more of her face shape here. So I think this can more like this. And face shape is always really important for a good likeness. Also, I think this is too deep. She has more cheek. You can see here. This is a good way to see. It's not right. You see, she has more cheekbone up here, and there's a hole, and this is completely wrong shape. So I'm gonna have to change that too. And you can also see with the shades. You look at look at here too. You can see here that she has a nice cheek here, and here you can also see it. And mine had a hole, so I'm going to work on that right now to get the right. Because also this gives the same a better shape face and facial expression as well. So if you guys didn't watch the video where I told Jasmine's story, what happened is I've been doing this, I was invited in 2014 to do this this project with, actually, I wasn't even invited for the project. I was invited after the Fred Mercury video blew up and everybody saw that I work with skeletons. This person's from this non-governmental organization saw it, and she contacted me telling me a story that they, after 6 years that the lady disappeared, they finally found her bones. She was buried on her husband's backyard, so she suffered domestic violence. The husband killed her, and they never found the bone. The husband said she ran away. They had a child. And when she invited me, when she saw Fred Mercury's video and invited me to do this project, they had already just found the bone. It was like something that just happened, and the bones were going for a DNA test, and they were waiting to confirm that it was her, but the family already knew it was, so they were concerned that they didn't really have anything to bury. She never had a proper burial, proper funeral. So this lady wanted me to sculpt her over her own skeleton in real size. And I don't do this kind of work. I really got touched by the story, and I really wanted to help, but I don't do this kind of work, and I wouldn't even know what material to use. So I told her that I even tried to talk to other artists that knew how to do it, and I would help them, but it was pretty tight schedule because it was something that was about to happen, and they didn't have the money to fly us there. It's in Guyana. So I offered to make a doll, so they could at least have a doll of her at the funeral. And then we started talking, and I really liked the idea to give voice to Babita, to bring her back to life somehow. And then we decided to go for a series of dolls. And I was already teaching online. Actually, I was about to start my online studio in Brazil, where I was going to open my studio like here, and the students would just join and watch me while I work without a commitment for having a class, just showing everything, mistakes and anything. And then I told them I have to do this doll, and I'm going to do it on the studio. And everybody really, majority of my students were female in Brazil, and they got really, really involved with the project. They all participated very well and helped me out. And then we decided to, at some point, make other dolls. Everybody would make a doll, the students would make a doll, and we would make an exposition together, me and the students, which we can still do it. But the lady that invited me was with us. She was helping. She was the one that was going to organize the exposition and all of that. She got quite busy with the cases because she works with a lot of different cases, and her priority was not that. And we also end up getting very heavy. It was heavy for us to do. We did 5 dolls, one after the other, and they were researching stories to do 2. And then they would send the stories to the group, and all of us having access to all these horrible stories of domestic violence. So it was pretty heavy, and we needed a break. So at some point I needed a break. At least I was getting too sensitive, and I decided to take a break. And I never knew if we were going to go back to this project or not. Like, it was a break without commitment to go back or not to it. After 5 dolls, and that was 2014 and 15, I would say. I'm not sure. Just looking to the cheekbones here, and we end up never really going back to it. I had some students that finished their doll, made a video, sent me, and you know, this kind of things that it's kind of like unfinished. You didn't feel like you finished what you had to do it. And then I got invited to do this documentary. And I decided that I should not just do a documentary about the past dolls. I should go back to the project because it wasn't finished. And I decided to find a person in Canada this time, because then she could be part of the documentary. So I posted on the pages trying to find someone from Canada, and I found Jasmine. And she's going to be showing on the documentary. It's just a 10 minutes. It's a short documentary. So that's why I'm doing this extra footage. And we will try to do an exposition again. See if this time it happens. So as you can see, I add clay here, and I keep on looking to this picture to try to give the same amount of cheekbone here and same shape of face. So she looks like her better. So this is what I do. I follow different positions, different angles. Try to copy them all. Now, as usually I do this side first and then that one. I don't know why. It's just not necessary, but usually it's what naturally happened with me. Her eyes is more different shape. It's more like straight here, not curved. I have to, when I will do the final detail on the face, right now it's more like a basic shape. I will put my glasses and open these pictures on my computer like a zoom, so I can really, really see the line of the eyes and all the lines. First, I'm putting them in the right spot. So it's also missing forehead, see? A little bit. Not much, but it's missing some volume here. You see the eye. The eye can drop here a little bit more, so you have that line here. Mine doesn't have, it's too puffy here. Not giving me this line. So I'm going to make it deeper here. Try to get that line better. I can higher up this look. I have this line here. Let me try to, no, it's pretty good now. It's good. It's kind of the same. Maybe here a bit more. Yeah, like that. Not bad. I think her nose needs to get inside here a little bit more. See? Here. Mine is kind of too straight, I think. Yeah, and then there's need a little bit of more clay here, because it doesn't go down like this so suddenly. This is looking like a witch nose. She doesn't have witch nose. It's missing some clay in here. So that's what it is. And you see, I also think I added too much chin. I have to remove a little bit. So that's what it is. It's removing and take it off. But every time you take it off, you get more assemblancy. Because, for example, here, when I'm removing now, I'm already giving the shape of that part here. And I just start slowly, gently removing a little bit of chin. So this side is completely different. I'm not working with this side right now. I'm kind of working this side first. Like I said, this is something that I end up always doing. I'm going to mark her forehead now. So always the forehead is kind of like after the eyebrow, it goes in. You can see a shade here. It goes in here. And then keeps on going in for to form the temple on the side. See if I can show in another picture. Put her hair in front of her face so we can't really see it. So this is how I do. I kind of press it here. A little bit, not much. Then I smooth it out. And then I press this to, her forehead is not as large as here. See, it doesn't go out like this, it goes in. So this is going out. I'm going to gently change the shape and put more square forehead. And then I smooth it out. That already made a little difference. I'm just copying this mark here. Mine was too open. Hers is more like straight down. There's not like a curve here. There was a curve. Just marking her lip a little bit down here. I think her eyes are deeper, but I'm gonna do that when I have my glasses on and more of her face. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to do some symmetry here to copy this side to this side. So it gives me also a better idea of her, because when we have that so off, the two sides so off, it's really hard to, at some point you can't really see anything anymore. sometimes if I see something, I'm trying to match this side to this side. But for example, if I think that I look to this eye and I think this eye looks more like hers than this one, then instead of matching this side to this one, I change this one again to try to match this one. So I keep on doing this little game while I'm deciding what side turned out more similar and what exactly am I going to change. This is also a great angle to be able to see. See, I have to dig this side of the nose more. It's very different. And then this position is a lot different. Everything is different. I'm gonna get my glasses to do that symmetry of the nose. I'm trying to look through the cell phone and it's not the same at all. I don't think I need more clay here. I just need to fix it. I think I know what it is. If you look is this angle here that is wrong. Hers is, I open too much here. You see how it goes up here, so I have to. That's better. And again, I have more clay here than I need, because it's better to have a little bit of more clay to the cranium, to the back, or here, so you avoid squeezing where it's not excessive clay. So you squeeze your sculpture. If you have extra clay, you're actually just squeezing the excessive clay. I'm gonna put that clay on the nose here to take this this curve so much to the bottom, because hers doesn't do that. You see here how mine suddenly drop. Hers has a little dip in here. This part is always hard, nose. Oops, sorry guys, I have my hand out. I'm just trying to put this little tip on here. And I still don't see anyone talking. If you guys could talk to me so I can test my chat, see if it's working. It's here. Thank you. I'm just gonna charge here the phone. Turn on the charger, guys. I'm just trying to match up her chin here. This side is different because, as you guys can see, I can see the bone here, see? And this side, I can't. That always happens because this is me with my finger here, starts squeezing the clay there. So. And that's okay, because here what happened is you can't really see the shape of her. She has this, the jaw very high, like this. And then this bone, it doesn't really show because this is where the neck start going, forming here. So won't be able to see this. There's something very off that I don't know what it is. I still have to find out. I think I'm not sure. I have to keep on going till my eyes can see. I think it's the depth of her eyes. She has much deeper eyes. And also this, her face does not, it's very straight up here, so I have to fix that. which sometimes is an impression that mine is not straight up because of the skull that I have in the back that is not in the right position. So, but I think this is too, yeah. Too rounded face. She doesn't have a rounded face. That's better. Yeah, that's better. And now, same thing here. These eyes, both eyes are not the same shape. I have to fix it. But this is again, these are the smallest details. Oops, my laundry's done. The smallest details like that, I just do after when I have my glasses on and all of that. I think for the basic shape, it's really, really good already. What do you guys think? Do you like it? If you're watching this after, if you're not watching live, you can still comment whatever you want on the Patreon post. It's better if you comment on Patreon because then the other students also can see, the other followers or students or whoever is signing up for those lives. So I'm just putting symmetry to the head here that I kind of messed up there. I think there's a bubble here. You see, sometimes when you see these things, you have to be careful because it looks like there's an air bubble here. Look. You really have to get rid of this. This is gonna be a huge money if you leave it. She looks a little bit like Mona Lisa. Yeah, right. I wish. like it so far. What do you guys think? Any suggestion? Let's see. This is not. Mine is smiling a little bit more than her in this picture, but she's also smiling more here. No, that's the same picture. Maybe mine is smile, but I like my smile. But what I think is I think she has more volume here. Look. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna need my glasses to do that. I'm already getting headache. Try to see this so small. Now is the hardest part, to record for you guys and to use my glasses. It's pretty much impossible to do that, because the cell phone is right where my eyes should be, what my glasses should be. Yeah, you can see even here in this picture, you can see it's missing some volume in there. Okay. And now I'm gonna give her a little bit of more shape, the shape again of her mouth, because I kind of erased it when I gave volume. think I need to get a little bit of more clay here. It's going too deep. Here. Yeah. Okay, I like it. Yeah, that is more her. And then she has a little, let's see, I don't know how to explain that, but if you see here, under her lip here, she has a volume that goes down here pretty straight here. So this is kind of what I'm trying to do. And then this shade here, trying to put it in the right spot. Let me just, and then if you notice when you got here, it stops to go down, and there's a volume here too. You can see the shade. This shade dip, this shade dip, and this is not dip. There's always working with shades helps to pay attention to the shades. Maybe she has more lip here too. No, she definitely does. So I'm gonna put some more bottom lip too. When you try to try to put something like that, try to put already as much as symmetrical that you can. So if you put a little bit of volume, try to put on the center already. Now I'm gonna put the volume that I said that she has around the lip here that goes pretty straight, because if I put just the lip, it's gonna totally change the shape of her mouth. Oh, but I hit my glasses on my phone. There's something hard here that I don't know what it is in the clay. Oh, there's a hard piece of clay here. Okay, that's why. Kind of stayed in my way. Okay. Kind of getting in there. It's missing clay here. This side has more clay than this. I'm gonna have to add some. So I guess you guys got a pretty good idea of how I get the face done. I don't know, now I'm just gonna be doing this, removing a little bit of volume, adding a little bit of volume, until I really, really like this face. So I'm not sure if you guys still want me to be live doing this. At some point I'm gonna have to stop because I need to look with the glasses and I can't see anything with the glasses while I'm live streaming. still think her face is too, it's too chubby somehow. I'm going to remove a little bit of clay here, see if I get the face more skinny. The eyes, this eye also is without depth. To give it more depth. Oh yeah, that's better. There we go. I think that's better. I think that what is different here is this, I don't know, something very off still. I think is this. I need more depth, more space in between cheeks and eyes here. Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes a huge difference. It made a huge difference for sure. I think you guys can hear my husband working. We're kind of sharing my studio and his office are pretty close. It's missing. I know what it's missing. This is too deep. See, when I do this, and she has more volume in here, in the center of her eye. Not in the center, because the center goes deep, but right after the center, I'll show you. It's like it gives depth to the eye when we put this. So let me get really close here. I'm gonna try to look through the cell phone so I know that you guys are with a good view, because this is kind of hard to explain. So if you see her eye, look, it's kind of like it's deep here like it is here, but this part here can go a little bit higher to give more depth to her eye. So this is what I'm gonna try to do. It's here. See this? This is what I was trying to explain. And then now obviously I have to smooth it out and put together. But don't forget, no space in there. It has to go straight to the eyeball. I'm not even sure if I'm touching or not. I'm looking through the cell phone. I think I am. But anyway, I think you guys could understand what I was talking about. So the eye looked too much popping out because there was a lack of a eyelid here. Needs to get a little bit of more volume for the eyelid. So it looks more like her. Don't worry, because it's looking like she's an Oriental. But this is because of this line that I still have to draw here. The difference of a Occident and Oriental eyes, I mean from China, Japan, the one that have this kind of eye, is because of this line here that is not deep, it kind of goes straight, and here it's kind of like the Oriental one. So when I put this line here is not going to be anymore. I'm just giving the volume to the eye first. It's hard, it's really hard to work looking on the phone because I don't have a sense of depth. Don't even know where my tool is really touching. So I'm gonna put a little bit of more volume here too before the eyebrow. You see more volume here. It's not enough. Just have to make sure that it's still going down. It cannot have more volume than the center. If there is, then you have to make the center higher. So this eye, oops. So this eye is this one, right? So this is what I have to try to copy. And at the same time, I kind of look at like here I can see the other side. It is how the line kind of it's hidden by that skin going over the eyelid. So it kind of hides this part of the eyelid, and you can only see eyelashes here. Doesn't mean she doesn't have, but it's hiding underneath. Okay, I'm just gonna open this eye a little bit more here. And now I'm gonna do that line, and then you will see that it's not going to be looking like an Oriental anymore. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this here. I wanna show both. I wanna show her eye, and I wanna show this, and I have no idea how I'm gonna do without my glasses. Am I even close? No, I'm not. It's because I want you guys to see, but it's so hard to do it without my glasses. Okay, so it's just like see how it's already not looking like an Oriental anymore, and then you kind of spread that around. You can't have this ball here. Kind of this, and keep on going, because hers comes up No, actually we're doing this, so it goes up here. See? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to do this with my glass. Unfortunately, I can't really see what I'm doing here. But I think you guys could understand what must to be done. But to achieve a good result, I will really need to use my, not glasses. You guys know, right? This giant big lenses here. That makes everything so much bigger for me. And I really need to do that. But I think you guys could understand what I'm trying to achieve. If you didn't, let me know. Then I know for the next one that I have to do the whole thing in camera. Figure it out how. But this is kind of what it is. And now we need to put the volume of the eyebrow here. Because if you look the difference. Mine is the nose, and then there's a hole in here. Hers doesn't have a hole. Hers has a volume. All the way here, there's a volume. So this is what I'm going to add now. And then I'll finish to do the details of the eyes after with my glasses. There we go. I'm going to put it in here. And slowly bring it down. And this also helped me to have that curve that I said that this edge cannot be higher than this one. So when I add this volume here, I'm not going to have it higher. I'm still going to have it coming down like this. And kind of spread around. And in the middle of the here, you cannot have volume. Start going down. When it reaches this part here, start losing. See, start losing to meet up the nose. So here you kind of spread down. Then here you follow the shape of her eyebrow that is pretty straight. You kind of follow through. Pretty straight. I might have too much skin here. I'm gonna have to smooth that out, but I'm gonna need to do it with the glass. Trying to do without the glasses, but so you guys can see, but I'm not gonna be able to do the whole thing with a good finishing because I can't see anything. Well, actually the finishing I usually do with a brush, really not really with the tool. Yeah, I like that. I just need to, there's a hole here, I need to fill that up for the forehead. But I think it's pretty similar. The lips are not, I have to put more lip. Here she has this part in the center, a bit chubbier and less, this design is not so big here in the center. So all this, like I keep on doing this with this, when I put my lenses on, I kind of see exactly this size that I'm seeing in the phone, that you guys are seeing in the image. But that's not the size I'm seeing right here, right? Because this is already a zoom. But if I look through the cell phone, I lose notion of depth, so I can't really know if my tool is touching is far or is not, and it's kind of like hard to do that. I wish it wasn't, so I could do the whole thing here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the nose in here and the nose in here. Kind of try to put in the same angle to the both of them, and go and search and try to find exactly that shape. Once you have the basic shape of the face and you want to do the detail. So you see this is wrong. The smile is wrong. She has this volume here, but it goes down pretty good here. And there's a lot of volume in the lip here too. Mine doesn't, so I have to put more volume on the lip there. So it's all these little details, and I won't be able to do that with the cell phone. But this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna spend some time here, look into all these tiniest details and trying to follow through it to get her as similar as I can. I'm gonna turn off the camera right now, and I'm gonna post on Patreon to see if you guys want me to show all of that, because first of all, it's hard for me to do it without my glass. And I think you guys already understood what I'm gonna do, and I'm not sure if you have patience to be watching me trying to find the tiniest details on her face. So I'm just gonna do this, try to get the lip here, and you guys can see a little bit more. If you're already understood and you don't want to do it, you can just turn it off right now. But after doing this, I will have to turn off and do it with my glasses. So this is the work. This is actually, oops, the work. See, I don't know the depth. The likeness work is keep on observing in all the angles and adding the tiniest little details to try to get as similar as you can. See, she has more lips here. Yeah, guys, I can't do that on the cell phone. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna put my glasses and keep on looking for this tiniest little mini details ever for her whole face. See, I think this is too big. I have to put a lot of more forehead for her. No, that's just a different angle. There you go. But it's missing forehead here, or these eyes too. I have to take it off a little bit. Maybe I put too much. So always measuring everything to see where you can make it better. Always looking for all the angles. And what I'm gonna do is I try to don't smooth out a lot, because I'm gonna smooth it out with the brush after, and then you guys can see the smoothing process. But when you sculpt your own, you will notice that when you're trying to give details and you put your glasses on and you're giving this tiny detail, you end up yourself doing this with the tool, and it ends up being almost as smooth as it needs to be. But the finishing you will do with the with the brush and oil. Okay? Before I continuate this, I'm going to ask on Patreon if you guys would like me to keep on doing these tiny little details on camera, which is, I can try to show a little bit more, but at some point again I'm gonna need to work with the glasses, or if this is enough for you guys to see. Okay. And then I will do the video that I have to do for the beginning, redo the beginning, and then I'll give you guys time to answer on Patreon. And then if you guys still want to see me doing this, I'll probably still do tonight. And I have kids, I'll have the kids here, and might have some kids noises. So when I work on these tiny little details, I also add the perfect symmetry, and I also need my glasses. So this side is much better than this because I worked on that volume here, the space in the eye, between the eye and the cheeks, that was too much. Oh, I mean, this one doesn't have enough. So this side is better. All right, guys, so that's it. We already spent a long time here. You guys have a lot of content so far, but we're gonna have to keep on going daily and fast, and then you guys can take it easy and slower than me. But I would really love to see you guys trying to make your own doll for this project. If you know a story, if you know someone, or if you want a story, we can search together. And it would be really nice to have a lot of those dolls spread around the world to bring awareness about domestic violence. Okay, so nice to see you guys. Bye-bye. Doesn't want to turn off. It's frozen.